Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of the CrossFit Games Update Show. I'm Sean Woodland with Pat Sherwood. Tommy Marquez will be here momentarily. We are continuing to get you set for the 2014 Reebok CrossFit Games. They are right around the corner, and today we turn our attention to the men's rookies. And you've been talking to these guys, and I know you like what you've heard so far.
I love chatting it up with the rookies because they're exciting, they're unpredictable, and I must admit, everyone I've talked to on the phone thus far has been very cool, calm, and collected, so either they're lying to themselves, they're lying to me, or that's really the truth. And if they bring that attitude to Carson, they're going to set themselves up for success.
Well, there are quite a few rookies who are making their debut at the CrossFit Games here in a matter of days. And to let us know who actually has a chance of making a lot of noise at the StubHub Center, let's send it over to Tommy Marquez.
Thanks, Sean. There's 19 rookies in this year's men's field at the Games. I took a look at some past competition data to see what it could tell me about which rookies are ultimately going to make a splash this year in Carson. Taking a look back as far back as 2011, or when the programming was standardized through the Games, Regionals, and Open, there's 6 athletes in particular that were able to make it inside the top 10 during their rookie season at the Games. In the case of all of these athletes, they either A, won their regional competition, or B, qualified behind a former or current CrossFit Games champion in Jason Kalipa and Rich Froning. We take this metric and we apply it to this year's batch of rookies on the men's side, and we're given a group of 9 athletes that could be considered contenders as rookies this year. Now I'm going to narrow the field down once more using one more performance standard, and in the regions of Africa, Asia, Latin America, and South Central, no athlete since 2011 has finished inside the top 15. That eliminates Quentin Z. Van Rooyen, Eric Carmody, Emmanuel Maldonado, as well as Jared Crook. That leaves us with 5 athletes in Matt Frazier, Will Morad, Cole Sager, Yana Koski, and Noah Olson from the Southeast. And Sean and Pat, these are the real contenders as rookies that we should be looking for on the leaderboard.
Thanks, Tommy. 5 names on that list. Let's narrow this down even more. Give me the 3 who you think have the best chance of doing well at the CrossFit Games.
Just because you asked so nicely, I'm going to give you Cole Sager, Will Morad, and Matt Frazier. And I will start with Cole Sager. He's out of the Northwest region, won his region, which is always a great way to start. He's 23 years young, 5'10", 207 pounds of just whoop ass. When you look at all his regional times, even compared worldwide, it's not like, blowing your mind, but they're impressive and they're well-rounded and consistent. Former football player from the University of Washington. And then I look at his times from like the strict handstand push-up for a big guy, 207 pounds. And then the 50s going long, again, excellent across the board. And the guy put 300 pounds in the front rack position and did a lunge of over 50 feet. So just guy is athletic and strong.
You mentioned Will Morad. Anytime you get out of the Central East, you're automatically legit.
And I think that point alone should qualify why Will Morad is an exciting guy to watch. The guys from the Central East kick ass at the Games. The only people who beat him were Rich Froning and Scott Panchik. He beat out the likes of Marcus Hendring and Graham Holmberg. The guy can just do it all. Former Division I soccer player out of the University of Belmont. Now, don't think the soccer player like you've seen in the World Cup where they fall down and fake an injury. I mean, this guy is tough. He's going to go to the Games and kick ass. And how is this for dedication? He delayed his wedding so that he could go to regionals, and now we're going to see why.
And finally, from the Northeast, the guy you mentioned is Matt Frazier. He showed up on the radar last year with a great performance at Event 2 at the regionals. He had some holes in his game, though. This year, he has put it all together and looks like he is poised to do extremely well.
We talk about him a lot, and there's a reason. Matt Frazier won the Northeast region, beating out the likes of James Hobart, Austin Malleolo, Spencer Hendel, amongst others. And not just an Olympic lifter anymore, well-rounded, like Nasty Girls version 2, bunch of high-volume one-legged squats and muscle-ups. Well, he sent the event record up there. I look at things like the strict handstand push-up workout with a bunch of burpees and front squats where you need an engine, 9 minutes. That's 3rd worldwide, and that time beats Mr. Froning. He also beat Mr. Froning's time on event number 7. The pull-ups and overhead squats. So I think the hype around Frazier is legit.
These guys all have great numbers, but what they don't have is experience. How can being a rookie be an advantage for them, though, when they get to the Games?
I think one of the few ways being a rookie can be an advantage is maybe no one at home kind of knows who you are, and the other athletes there, maybe they don't expect much from you. So you walk onto the scene with kind of lower expectations. You kind of creep all weekend long, and then by the end, you make your way up the leaderboard, and then people know who you are.
We actually spoke to Matt Frazier about that, and he said that being a rookie is a disadvantage for him, but it's something that he can definitely overcome.
I mean, I think if anything, it's a disadvantage. I don't really see a way that being a rookie could be an advantage, but I don't think it's a crippling disadvantage. I don't think it's going to put me out of the running. I think the guys who have been there a couple times might kind of know what to expect a little bit more, might know what to train for a little bit better. In terms of the competition side of it, I don't think I'm at any disadvantage. I'm a competitor just like any of the top guys out there. It's when they're eye to eye with someone else, it doesn't matter. We're going to go all out, and it's going to be a show.
Matt Frazier obviously has the physical skills, but it really does seem like he has it between the ears too.
Yeah, the numbers are only one part of the whole equation, and what I get to do is talk to these guys on the phone, and I get to hear the confidence in their voice. Is it ego? Is it attitude? Is it confidence? Is it something else? And every time I've talked to Frazier, I've kind of become more and more of a fan. So I think he is one of those rookies that will put forth the performance that we're hoping to see.
Well, that is going to do it for us today. We're back tomorrow to talk about the rookies on the women's side. For Tommy Marquez and Pat Sherwood, I'm Sean Woodland, and we'll see you next time.